Hello, before we begin today's video, can you please like, share, and subscribe to the channel because it actually helps expand the wonderful knowledge of NY and JPA weather and helps yours truly. So I really would appreciate it. So thank you, and as always, stay safe out there. Now let's get to today's video. Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Tuesday, January 20th, 2026. Of course, I am your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino, CDM number 9. Well, we have a lot of interesting data out there. I know, but you're wondering, hey, I've been hearing a lot of talk about winter storms. Well, let's walk through the data, shall we? First of all, we have plenty of Arctic air in place. That is for sure. We have temperatures in the single digits in your suburbs and over the interior, mid to upper teens in your urban areas and along the coast. Any way you slice it, it is brutally cold. The warmest spot is actually Wildwood at 23 because the wind is coming right off of the Delaware Bay. But other than that, man, I personally would not want to be outside. And if you are, please layer, please bundle up because wind chills are easily going to be in the single digits, so there's going to be a good potential here for frostbite, so definitely use some caution. Good news, no precipitation really expected. A few flurries here and there are possible in the afternoon, but other than that, it is going to be pretty quiet out there. On the latest satellite picture, oh, that's gone, so it looks like we don't have satellite picture, but hey, we'll use the water vapor satellite picture. And what that's showing right now is tranquil conditions and a deep trough. I love using the water vapor satellite picture because then you can see all the little details of the weather pattern. Sometimes that the model guidance might miss, or at least you can compare it and then see what the potential errors are. And that's a big story for the end of this week, for this weekend, and for early next week, because we are going to be monitoring and keeping an eye on all these different short waves and how they're evolving. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that. And that is going to be the big story for our potential winter storm. The reason why I want to show you this is that typically we don't have very good sampling or collection of data way up here and way down there. And where is the storm coming from? Well, a combination of short waves from way up here and way down there. So I'm telling you this because there could be a lot of changes in this forecast. So please be prepared. We'll go over what we have right now, but do expect changes. So let's dive into this forecast. For today, high pressure's in control for the most part. Watch out for a few flurries here and there. Other than that, pretty quiet, brutally cold with temperatures in the mid-teens in the interior, upper teens to lower 20s along the coast. Tonight into tomorrow morning, sky, cloud cover, clear skies, very cold, low temperatures in the single digits throughout the region. Probably a few lower teens in your urban areas like New York City and Philadelphia. But anyway, slice it. It is cold. When it gets down between 5 and 11, it's going to feel the same, which is get me inside and get me a hot cocoa because this is way too cold for me. Now on Wednesday, we start to warm up. High pressure shifts off the coast with a bit more of a southwesterly wind, and we warm up all the way up to a balmy lower to mid 30s over the northern interior and mid to upper 30s along the coast. So we get above freezing and maybe melt some of this ice that we have hanging around. Then on Wednesday night into Thursday, a trough swings through with a few isolated rain, snow showers, and snow flurries. Nothing really that's too significant at all. By the time we get to Thursday morning, the Arctic cold front is getting ready to move through. Again, not a lot of moisture to work with, so for the most part, scattered clouds, maybe a flurry here and there. Look for low temperatures on Thursday morning to range from the lower to mid 30s throughout the region. By Thursday afternoon, temperatures aren't going to be moving all that much, but you'll peak at a high of the mid to upper 30s over the northern interior, lower to mid 40s along the coast. And then we free fall from Thursday afternoon into Friday morning with clearing skies and temperatures plummeting into the mid to upper teens over the northern interior, lower to mid 20s in your suburbs, mid to upper 20s in your urban areas and on the immediate coast. Friday afternoon, look for scattered cloud cover with high temperatures rebounding into the lower to mid 20s over the northern interior, upper 20s to lower 30s everywhere else. Then this is when things get interesting. Now, on Saturday, we'll have an Arctic high pressure system, and this is a strong one.
1044, that is a very strong high pressure system. So that's going to lead to clear skies, very dry air. Again, very dry air and very cold air. Low temperatures in the single digits below zero to the single digits above. So, yeah, that's pretty impressive cold air. And in the afternoon, temperatures only rebound into the single digits over the interior and lower to mid-teens along the coast. So again, very cold, dry air in place. Then on Saturday night into Sunday morning, clouds begin to increase. Our high pressure is sitting right over us, but a storm is brewing to our south, right? So Sunday morning, look for low temperatures in the single digits below zero to single digits above zero. Again, very cold and very dry. Sunday afternoon, clouds increase and snow begins to develop, especially towards Sunday evening. We have our low pressure system to our south. Now, the reason why I've been saying very cold, dry air is that typically with these type of high pressure systems, storms, once we get under the 4-day period, end up being more suppressed than what's shown up in the guidance. So this could change quite a bit. We have to keep an eye on this, but there is a very strong signal for a winter storm, mostly snow, if not all snow, for the region on Sunday night into Monday morning, with low temperatures ranging from the lower to mid-teens over the northern interior, mid to upper teens along the coast, which also means, by the way, that these snow maps you're probably seeing floating online, they're 10-to-1 ratios. This would be much higher, 15-to-1, 20-to-1. We have to see, but you can't really use these model snow maps because they're the wrong ratio, and they don't take into account of things like virga, right, which is basically precipitation falling from the sky and drying. So there's a lot we still have to work out here. Monday morning, it looks like we have periods of snow continuing into Monday afternoon and Monday evening, and now we're starting to see the support for this low pressure system redeveloping off the New Jersey and Delaware coasts and rapidly intensifying. Again, this could completely change and get suppressed to our south. But this is what it's showing on Monday, with temperatures throughout the day on Monday in the mid to upper teens over the northern interior, lower to mid-20s along the coast. Everyone is cold enough for snow. The only location where we actually might break like 33 might be down in Cape May for a short period of time. So we'll see how that plays out. But you get the idea here. There is just plenty of cold air to work with and plenty of moisture. And then Monday night into Tuesday, this low potentially could be intensifying here. Now, again, there's a lot here that can change. This could end up further south and east, keeping us maybe just in flurries, or it could set up like this with heavy snowfall. A lot to work out with. So, again, on Tuesday morning, with the storm starting to pull away, lingering snow with temperatures in the single digits over the interior, teens along the coast. Obviously, everyone's snow, everything's accumulating if this pans out. And then Tuesday afternoon, we clear out with high temperatures in the lower to mid-teens over the northern interior, upper teens to lower 20s along the coast. We'll keep you posted on the changes, and there will be changes in this depiction, okay? But there is a strong signal. So that's what you can prepare with. Prepare to have, food, non-perishable food in case you lose power. Make sure that all your snow removal equipment is in good shape, and keep an eye on the latest forecast from me. And we'll keep you updated and make sure that you have the right data as we move forward. So that's your forecast discussion for today. Have a wonderful day. And as always, stay safe out there.
Thank you for watching today's video. I really do appreciate it. But if you want to help the channel out even more, and myself, of course, you might want to check out Premium Consulting Membership, which provides amazing content and information that you get beyond the daily video that you see Monday through Friday. So what do you get? Well, you get updates every day in the Premium dashboard, starting with, of course, checking out the latest winter forecast or other seasonal forecasts throughout the year, live coverage room where you can ask me questions live and I respond usually within a few minutes. Also, the latest holiday updates, how the weather will impact that upcoming holiday. If you are into landscaping or you work in landscaping, should I say, You will get the latest details on whether or not rainfall will be a threat and impact your job. And of course, there is all the other content. The zoomed in impact map, the severe threat analysis, long range thoughts, the premium consulting video, and also energy analysis, seasonal analysis, additional analysis when the storms get really tricky, winter storm overviews, and when the tropics gets really active, all of the updates, including the individual storms and the overview as well. And if you're a business owner, we also have a specific impact forecast for you guys as well, your own weather map. So let's take a look at the prices. Pretty fair. $15 a month gets you all this information. If you're looking for a little bit of a discount, you can also have a yearly at $150 and quarterly at $60. And also, for all of you business owners out there, you have the ability to get your own web page, your own consulting analysis based on what you need every day in the morning, updated Monday through Sunday without any delay. And of course, you can call me up as well and have that one-on-one consultation. So all this and more at NY and JPA Weather. Thank you as always for being a subscriber and watching the videos. But if you're looking for a little bit more, this would definitely be one of the ways to do so. So, in the meantime, stay safe out there.